for different locations when he was doing work, so that at night he didn't have to try to remember and all the places he's been. And this will integrate also with our QuickBooks, whatever. And the price of this is $199 one-time setup fee and $26.25 a month up to 5 employees for the time clock.
And this works with QuickBooks Desktop that you have?
Yep, I've asked them that a couple times.
Yeah, and we get a 30-day free trial. If it doesn't work out, we can cancel at no charge.
So there's no fee for each employee, just up to 5?
Right,
Oh, I see,
right.
okay.
Right. It's $5.25 an employee, but a minimum of 5.
So this is all online, correct?
Yes, I would believe so.
Okay.
Yes. They can print out anytime they want. They can print out what they have done or what they are scheduled to do. They can look at it. They can edit it as far as jobs. They will not be able to edit their times without going through the clerk, without going through the main person. And actually, you can't even do it. We have to call Swipe Clock
Why?
Oh,
to
I thought I
alter the
could.
time.
Can't
Or would
edit
you could.
time?
I thought.
But they don't have the ability to edit their time.
But you can edit the,
They can edit their jobs,
okay.
and they
Job
will have
description.
training.
Their job description, what they did for that particular time?
Yes, so if they're out, say they're out
Oh,
Brushing
doing
or plowing
brushing,
or
all they have to do is go into their,
time force, whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
Cell
yeah,
phone.
into their app, and then they'll log that they started. And if they're in a place where they don't get service, when they get out of that area, they'll log it. So
but you just told me, you just said that they can't change the time. So
they
clearly,
cannot change the time that they punch in or they punch out. They can change the duty that they're doing. So if they accidentally put in they were brush cutting when they were actually plowing roads, they can change that item.
I know, but if they don't have service, they can't change the time they started brush cutting?
No,
So then she has to do it.
no. That just, I'm not sure about that. Do you remember that? I know they couldn't
A lot
change
of
the
times,
physical
if you
time
can
of,
do that on your phone, you can do it on the app, and it will store that until you get to service, and then it'll automatically.
Well, you said that
I know
there's a-
they're punching in and punching out.
We
They
asked
cannot
them
change.
about
Yeah.
that, and I'm trying, I wanna say it's when they come
my
in,
other
and
notebook,
when they
too.
punch in and punch out, I don't think that there's any, but it's the jobs that they are able to edit throughout that time frame.
Yeah.
Well, you got 30 days. If you find that there's a
Right.
problem, then and it's not
Yeah.
worth it, then they stick to their paper.
And
We
we,
will build
The
it
investment's
specific
pretty low
to
on
our
this.
needs.
yeah,
But we didn't wanna do a trial and spend all that time having them build it if the board didn't wanna approve a time
Right.
clock either, cause then that
Totally
was a
makes
waste of
sense.
their
And-
time and mine, so.
and the one thing about this is that a lot of the companies that I had contacted, they didn't want to do less than 10 employees, or there was a very large setup fee, or they wanted to do the payment too. They wanted to do our payroll.
No,
So-
I understand it's only 26.25, but you have 2 employees. Is
Yep.
it worth going through this for 2 employees to not write on a piece of paper when we all write on our paper once a
I
month?
think so. I think
Okay.
it keeps things nice and clean, and if Caston wants it, then I think that's good. Then he doesn't have to try to remember what they did during the day, or,
I think he was just complaining because he didn't like the old time clock, but
Oh.
they're perfectly capable of writing on paper. They did it for how many years? You know,
yeah.
I
Well-
think the investment into this is pretty minimal, though.
it is minimal, and I do
Right.
have to say that. But it's the investment is the 199, but the 26.25 times
Is
12.
ongoing. I mean,
Well,
if we don't like it, we can cancel it.
But,
I mean,
okay,
no biggie.
26.25 times 12,
360.
316, okay. That's fairly minimal to a year. I mean,
Which is true.
I think, and it will make it easier come, end of the week when Paulette's trying to put
As
the
long
paycheck
as-
for it.
The time
Well-
thing,
As long as it comes.
because otherwise she's going to get nailed with having to enter the time. If their cell phones don't work, like if they're out on 64th, well, Cass's
Well,
doesn't work.
But
on
No,
as soon as they get within a range, it's.
And it
almost
doesn't
automatically-
matter entering times during the day. I don't, it's their,
Quite frankly, if
they
this,
have to be logged in on their cell phone within a radius of their town's computer. That's where they log in and log out. During the day, I think those inputs could be changed, if I remember right, but boy, I couldn't
It seemed
remember.
quite simple.
Well,
Yeah.
then that would
Work
work
with him.
because I'm just saying, you know,
in the end, if that doesn't work, if it doesn't make it simpler, if it causes
Yeah.
problems, it's a pretty minimal investment to
Yeah.
just say, you know what, it didn't work, let's just
Yeah,
yeah.
but it was,
scrap it.
it was
Find
the
something
most
different.
inexpensive, simplest form that we could find at this point in time.
Nice.
And I would like to try it out.
Would Paulette be on that as well?
Yeah, because I'll have to
Yeah,
like do
it
an
integrates
export out of
into
it and then import it into QuickBooks. So then
But will
that'll,
your timesheet be on there as well? Will you be
at this
registered?
point, mine, no, because I'm not hourly.
Okay.
No, the only two that it's gonna pertain to is Caston and Tom, and if we get another employee. And if we get up to 3 more employees, we don't have to pay any more because it covers up to 5.
So
So,
realistically, Mary's hourly too.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
Mary could be
Mary
on that.
could.
Yeah, potentially we could if, if you guys
Yeah.
decide to do that because we have up to 5.
but then
so-
she'd have to walk over there.
No,
No, it would just be an app on the
Oh,
phone,
that's right.
you know?
Yeah, well,
This has to be
So-
within the vicinity.
I mean, if it's
Whatever.
not necessary, I think the whole thing's not necessary, to be honest with
But-
you. It's 2 employees, for God's sakes. But okay.
yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve the swipe clock.
Okay, I have a motion by Chase to approve the time clock. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
And I have a second by Brian. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those against? Okay, motion passes. Let's give it a try.
Give it
See
a
what-
try, that's it, yep.
It's not that expensive to try it. And if it works, and if it don't, then.
Yeah, if it
we'll
don't
find
put
out.
more on her to, enter the times, if they can actually adjust it, that's
Right.
not bad.
Well, and then.
It's supposed to ease her.
Yeah. And it was
So-
supposed to break down their,
And we can build it so
vacations
it
and
breaks
stuff,
things
yeah.
down.
So that was a nice thing about it too. So they can look at any time to see how much vacation they got or how much,
Oh, that's gonna show in there?
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
and
it
will
logged
work on their
everything.
comp time too?
yep. It was,
It's
It
gonna
was supposed to-
calculate that?
yeah.
That's-
it was supposed to break it all down for them.
Starting to look better, huh?
It is starting to look better.
Well, everybody has a hard time keeping track when it all goes into a slot bucket. But when you can start pulling it apart and saying, hey, this is how much comp time I got left, this is how much
Well, the clerk
vacation.
keeps track of all of it though.
Yeah, but they can see on a daily basis without having to come in here and take a
Yeah.
look either.
So,
All right, what do we got here?
What is this Multimedia Channels LLC?
So that is the, when we have it published in the newspaper. Or wait, I take that back. That's Gannett, that multimedia is the buyer's guide. But it is the publication, and that one was for the recycling event, which is being invoiced to Dynamic to be reimbursed.
Oh, I don't have that.
So I have,
be on here
Yeah.
on the
I
waste
gave it to you.
management, we pay $34,043 every quarter,
Month.
every month? Okay,
We get that reimbursed from the,
tax bills, right.
yep, every resident.
But that was,
In arrears, we
Off
get
the
it.
garbage.
In arrears.
But that was one thing that, when I went to the Towns Association, that was one thing we could give back to the people that we could write off as a, not right, I don't want to say
Oh,
write
I was gonna
off.
say, but right off
But
from where?
But, I mean, that would be one way to give money back for their taxes. The only problem that I can see is when the solar leaves, then it starts up again.
We need it for roads, so I wouldn't put it towards garbage and recycling.
They're already accepting that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's, I
We'll
mean,
see. But anyway,
You got stuff down their throats, but they're accepting it,
no, I'm just saying that I was looking for ways to benefit
the town.
the general taxpayer without saying, okay, it's over, you're done, now we're gonna raise your taxes again at the end of 20 years. I mean, it's great while it lasts. It's kind of, I keep referring back to what happened with the people in the village of Port Edwards coming back to here and then having their taxes go back up. I don't want to do that to our own citizens by saying, yeah, we'll pay for your garbage for 20 years, but after that, you're gonna pay for it. Because I just don't see that that's a good thing to do. But
I think we're better off just offering more services with the
Well,
roads, stuff
yeah.
like that, getting them fixed
Yeah.
up better, and
Yeah, we'll see what we can do. but-
otherwise it will be perceived in the future as those taxes are being raised.
Although at least
And
it's 20
we're-
years, I ain't never working anymore.
Question, are the building inspector fees always that much?
He gets 90% of what he collects.
80,
80, sorry,
that's all right.
80% of what he collects.
So that's driven on
That
what?
was huge, actually, because of the new homes. He happened to have, everybody took out a new home permit that month.
Okay,
So that's what you're seeing.
because it
And-
is higher than normal, right?
Correct.
Yeah. 'cause
Actually, I was excited for the man when I seen it. I was like, oh, goodness.
Okay.
He earns every penny of that. I know that one from experience.
I think those payments to the US Treasury are a little high. I'll make a motion to approve the bills.
Nice.
What is Petros for 500?
Our Word suite, our backup, our protection.
Okay. I think I ask that every single month.
Second.
I'll second that.
I'm not done yet. All right, I have a motion by Chase and a second by Brian. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those against?
And I've got 2 sheets, so make sure you sign both and that they make it all the way back.
Okay, you wanna, I need a date for the next meeting?
Items for future meetings first.
Okay,
You got bid openings for paving for next meeting, right, Paulette?
I'm gonna write it down here.
And bid openings for the paving for the spots for August.
that's gonna be for August, huh?
Yeah.
Okay,
And that transport company.
yep, put them on.
Yeah.
And then I think we will have, no, we won't. That'll be July. We're gonna have, the zoning ordinance should be, the county should give its okay. So that'll be on July. I'm gonna go through this thing again. This. Thank you.
Should've just brought the pen, gave you.
I know, every time I come out here, I go through these pens and I never think to just get rid of them and start new.
Sign that one.
All right. Okay, now we need a date for the next meeting,
June 18th.
June 18th.
But you also said you wanted the whole board at the plan commission meeting, correct?
Yes,
On
I
June
do.
11th. And then June 20th, we have the Towns Association here. And then June 26th, we have Board of Review.
Okay, so let's start with June 11th. No?
I'll be gone that whole week.
Okay, that's a no for Brian.
What time is it gonna be?
6
6:00?
6 o'clock.
Plan commission?
That's a plan commission.
I can make
And,
sure it isn't now.
Why do you, what's?
Keller had asked for them both to be here because he wants to see a cohesive board and plan commission in the development of the buildings. Either fix them, replace them, do it in stages, do it at one time, placement of where they are on the property, saving the town hall or tearing it down or remodeling it.
So we're getting we're talking in circles a lot, it's conversations.
So he felt if we were all here, he could talk to us all at the same time.
Try to get,
But we can
Ideas.
record this one and make sure that Brian gets a copy.
well, that'll be planning commission, so it will
Yeah.
be recorded and posted.
Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. June 18th, and what's that one?
The regular board.
Regular
Okay, that's
board
town board. Do you guys all plan on being here? Okay,
I'm good, 6:00.
6 o'clock. Okay, then we got June 21st.
20th.
Yep, which is the
It's the
Towns Association.
It's my
Oh,
birthday.
June 27th?
20,
Yeah.
20.
Oh, 20, okay.
meeting.
And that, I would like you guys there to represent the town, but I also understand that if you can't make it, you can't make
And
it.
then we've got June 26th with
Yeah.
board review.
And that's
2
at
o'clock.
2.
2.
2 to 4.
It's a busy month.
Yeah,
A lot of per diems.
yep.
Can't fall in January, February, or March, or April. Let's have it right in the summer.
Could be in rough.
I'm sorry. To
Fighting words.
For what it's worth, the board of review is usually pretty lax, you know.
That's the problem. You sit here for 2 hours.
I realize that. I'm sorry. Wisconsin Towns Association, I just think it's a good idea to have as many people there from the town representing the town. to be
Who do you
there.
have for, that's gonna give a presentation?
Humane Society.
They were supposed to do a presentation 3 months ago.
You didn't have to tell her that, I got it. Made me look good. No, that's exactly what happened. She got ill, so then,
And apparently it's a new director, so she's got some new policies
and there are, yeah,
new
the
practices. She's
the Humane
wants us to talk to
Society
some
is quite confrontational right now, or would you say confrontational, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nobody liking the new way of doing things, but
Yeah, there's a few times.
she will have answers.
Oh,
Town
and
board,
Krug has said he plans on coming too, so.
oh, and that reminds me, Nakusa Bank said that they would donate,
They did already.
they donated $200 toward the Wisconsin Towns Association because we're expected to provide a meal. So we're gonna do chicken, and I am making some things,
I got it all listed.
yeah, I'm making something, she'll tell me what I'm making.
Desserts again?
I got that.
She's got the
okay.
I probably got the 4th of July beans. And, yeah, so if anybody can make it, that'd be appreciated, and if you can't, I totally understand. Okay,
I should be able to.
and I will have that discussion.
we all
with
set?
Josh, too. I think we're
I'll
good.
make a motion to adjourn.
Okay, I have a motion by
I second
Chase, a
that.
second by Carl. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion passes.